Good morning, everyone, and thank you, and welcome to the fourth annual graduation of our residency training program. We would like to begin with our procession. We welcome Mr. Brodes H. Hartley Jr., President and CEO of Community Health of South Florida. And now we welcome Mr. Blake Hall, Chief Operating Officer for Community Health of South Florida. We welcome Dr. St. Anthony Amofa, Senior Vice President, Chief Medical Officer, Chief Academic Officer, and DIO of the Residency Training Programs. And good morning to Dr. Elizabeth Philippe, Chief of Family Medicine, Program Director, Family Medicine, Residency Program, and Associate Designated Institutional Officer. Now we have Dr. Abiona Redwood, teaching faculty at the Family Medicine Residency Program. We now have Dr. Manuel Garcia, Program Director of the Psychiatry Residency Program. And good morning to Dr. Moises Riveron, Associate Program Director of Psychiatry Residency Program. Good morning to Dr. Beatriz Dondia, teaching faculty for the Psychiatry Residency Program. We also have Dr. Cristina Colon del Toro, teaching faculty for the Psychiatry Residency Program. And now, the moment we have been waiting for, the graduates for Family Medicine, Dr. Kelly Mudon, Dr. Jacob Lyon, Dr. Carmen Jaramillo, Dr. Elizabeth Ramirez, and for OBGYN, Tarlyn Clausen-Sobey, unfortunately she could not be here with us this morning. She's in a fellowship training program herself this morning. Now we have psychiatry resident Dr. Kevin Amiri, Giulio Scardini, and Taslim Zaman. Good morning to all the teaching health facility and also the residents. We're very excited that you're here with us today, and now I'm going to welcome Dr. St. Anthony Amofa, our DIO. Thank you.
Good morning, and welcome again to the fourth annual graduation ceremony of the Brodes Hartley Junior Teaching Health Center Residency Training Program. We are so excited that you're here with us today to celebrate this very important milestone in the lives of our graduating residents, as well as in the history of CHI. Today, we congratulate and bid farewell to our graduates, and we stand in admiration of their growth as young physicians, problem solvers, and public health advocates. We think we have a memorable virtual graduation ceremony for you. This is going to be the first. COVID attempted to distract us, but we refused to let that go. And the team was able to put together what we think is a hybrid of a live and a virtual graduation ceremony. These graduates are making history. They are graduating at a time in healthcare with this pandemic that presented significant challenges to the last few months of their training. But they rose up to it and have become stronger as a result of it. So graduating today, we have 4 family practice residents, 3 psychiatry residents, and 1 OBGYN resident. We will also be recognizing our chief medical residents who have helped us oversee this program. We will be recognizing our faculty for their outstanding work in the direction and oversight of the programs. And we have a treat for you. We're going to get to hear from the brainchild behind all of this, Mr. Hartley, our president and CEO. We'll also get to hear from Dr. Ajoy Kumar, who is going to provide a keynote speech, but he'll do that virtually. As you progress through the morning and as time permits, I will attempt to spice the program with some interesting facts about CHI, about our residents, and the medical specialties they've chosen to practice in. At this point, we would like to recognize the families of these graduating residents for entrusting the rest of their education to us. Thank you so much for allowing them to spend the time with us. It has been a privilege for us, and we sincerely believe that we were able to rise up to the occasion as well. So at this point, I want to share a few or make a few comments about how we ended up here today. So the life of a professional, okay, who wishes to become a physician typically involves 4 years of pre-med training, and then 4 years of medical school training, and then 3 additional years as a family practice resident, or 4 years as a psychiatry or OBGYN resident. Each of our graduating residents has therefore spent at least 11 years of blood and sweat and toil to get to this landmark in their lives. To complete a residency training program in an accredited institution such as ours, the resident must acquire skills in 6 core competencies. Number 1, they must achieve skills in the medical knowledge core competency. And then there's the patient care core competency. And then systems-based practice, practice-based learning and improvement, interpersonal skills and communication. And the last but not the least, they have to become skilled in the core competency of professionalism. Our residents are graduating today having acquired not just every single one of these skills, but they become good at it and very proficient in them. They've become even more knowledgeable, more confident, more compassionate, and become committed and independent physicians. They continue to demonstrate the virtues of the Hippocratic Oath, and you cannot begin to imagine how proud we are of all of them. The Graduate Medical Education Department and myself has completed all of the required reviews and have determined that these graduates are ready for independent and unsupervised patient care. Our president and CEO and the board of directors have approved their graduation. So ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to present to them their certificates of graduation. And we are very privileged that we got to be a part of this part of their journey. At this point, again, we cannot begin such a ceremony without an invocation. And I'm going to invite Ms. Barbara Trost to give the invocation. Barbara Trost is our program manager for the residency training program. She's been with us for quite a few years. We're truly proud of her and accomplishments. And so thank you, Barbara.
Good morning, Brodes H. Hartley Teaching Health Center, members, faculty, and graduates. Thank you, Dr. Amofa, for the introduction. And I am very honored this morning to be able to ask for a special blessing on each one of you here and those who are listening to us through this virtual graduation ceremony. Graduates, we ask a blessing over your future. your plans for the days ahead as you leave our residency program nest to venture to practice in your specialty. We trust to hear good things from you and look forward to hearing as you advance into the next chapter of your life. We are grateful and ask a blessing over your loved ones who made it possible for you to have reached this very special milestone in your life. We ask a blessing over the leadership of the Brodes H. Hartley Teaching Health Center as it continues to train the next generation of physicians. We ask a blessing over our faculty, our nurses, all the mentors that helped you graduates throughout your residency. We also pray for a blessing over the coordinators who work hard to support you. And we ask a blessing over the staff that helped to train you. We believe that you have worked very hard, and we know you have worked so hard to reach the special culmination of your years of undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate residency training unto this day, your graduation. We bless today's graduation ceremony and are grateful for health and well-being. Peace and blessings be upon you all watching and listening to today's virtual graduation, and for those who are here present. Graduates, know that each one of you leave footprints in our hearts. Much love to all of you. Now I'm going to ask you all to please rise as we listen to the national anthem. You may be seated.
Thank you once again to Barbara Trolls for that beautiful invocation. And now it is my pleasure to invite our visionary president and CEO, Colonel Brodes H. Hartley Jr., to come up and present his welcome message.
Families, friends, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I proudly welcome you to the fourth graduation ceremony, the first virtual ceremony, at the Brodes H. Hartley Jr. Teaching Health Center at Community Health of South Florida. This class of specialists in family medicine, psychiatry, and OBGYN is unique by virtue of their training experience, especially during the period of this coronavirus pandemic. This teaching health center is growing its own physicians, That was the impetus for creating the Teaching Health Center. And we are doing just that. But the value is far-reaching. These physicians care for the underserved. They add to our professional staff and our ability to care for more patients. They also keep our faculty on their toes. To teach, you need to be a master of your craft and continuously learning. That said, we have some very, very bright and devoted faculty. As a result, our residents have developed into astute and resourceful physicians. These are physicians who do not know only good medicine, they know cultural sensitivity, compassion, and community service. They have served on the front lines of COVID testing. So today, I am extremely proud as we congratulate the class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Hartley. He said it very right. As a result of his vision, from inception to now, guess how many patients our residents have seen in this program? 31,000 patient visits to date. And for those of you graduating today, we looked at yours as well. Almost 10,000 patient visits were provided by you, by this graduating class. And we're talking about patients, more than half of whom were uninsured, about a fifth of them with Medicaid, groups that have traditionally been underserved by our healthcare system and underrepresented in terms of influence. In other words, you all have made a significant impact to the healthcare of the communities we serve, and all of this, Mr. Hartley, we will forever be indebted to you. So CHI has always been an educational institution, and every year we have hundreds of students, from medical students and nursing students and medical assistant students and phlebotomists and pharmacy technicians, and you name it, we have them. But about 6 years ago, our president and CEO, Mr. Hartley, decided that we had to put that on steroids, as if we weren't doing enough already. He had always wanted us to start our own training program. And so when the Health Resources and Services Administration, under the Department of Health and Human Services, made grant funding available for health centers to start residency training, he felt we're ready to jump on it. And he pulled all the rest of us along with him, screaming and yelling. Traditionally, residency training programs have been based in hospitals as a sponsoring institution, because these are funded by the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and it's been well known that this channel alone has not been sufficient to produce enough physicians to support healthcare in this country. There are only about 1 million physicians and surgeons in the US, and it is projected that the current shortage of over 100,000 would continue to get worse, especially as more and more people begin to demand and need health care. Let me share with you a fun fact. Did you know that every single day in this country, 10,000 people turn 65? Let me say it again. Every day in this country, 10,000 people turn 65. People who are certainly going to need even more health care. And if you lay on top of this the fact that in Florida, okay, almost half of the physicians are older than 55, and a quarter of those older than 65, hence retiring and getting out of the healthcare system, it begins to lend itself to a very untenable situation for the country. We've also known that traditional training programs in the hospital systems have churned out residents, a lot of whom have not ended up in underserved areas where the care is most needed. So it's in the light of the increasing numbers of people needing health care, the increasing shortage of physicians, and of physicians who more often than not were not willing to move to those areas where the demand was highest and the need was greatest, that the Department of Health and Human Services decided to implement this solution, the Teaching Health Center Residency Training Program. A program just like any other, meeting all the appropriate requirements for accreditation, hospital affiliations, academic medical center relationships, and certainly having to meet all the rigor of comprehensive accreditation. Currently, there are about 60 teaching health centers in the country, training over 800 residents. It is anticipated, and the research to date have shown, that 75% of graduates of the teaching health center programs end up in underserved areas, in rural areas, compared to, guess what? Only 25% of those who train in the traditional hospital training programs. This is one of the programs that we have here, a teaching health center program, and already we have our graduates over the years ending up in similar situations, and in talking to our graduates and looking at where they're going, a majority of them are either going to a fellowship or going to these rural, underserved areas. I cannot get off the stage at this point without sharing one thing that our boss always talks about, that CHI was the first teaching health center program in Florida. In fact, we were the only one up until a few months ago when another health center also became a teaching health center. So here we are 6 years later with a strong, viable, progressive, fully accredited institution with residency training programs as a result of the vision of Mr. Hartley. And so for his commitment to education and training of the next generation, the CHI Board of Directors decided to name this after him. At this time, I'm going to invite Dr. Philippe to the stage to introduce the keynote speaker, and I can assure you that we have a treat. Dr. Philippe bears several titles, and I won't even attempt to complete all of them, but he's the program director for our family residency training program. She also serves as assistant DIO. I can tell you that Dr. Philippe does all the work, and I very happily take the credit for it. So we'd like to invite Dr. Philippe to the stage.
Well, thank you, Dr. Mova. Our graduating residents have contributed significantly to CHI in many different ways, in addition to patient visits. They have elevated the level of knowledge of our clinicians with the interaction we have with them. Risk reduction projects they worked on have resulted in improvements in our abnormal mammogram tracking and in our after-hours calls handling process. Research projects on patient safety, asthma protocols, vitamin B12 and metformin, use of novel anticoagulant for patients on Coumadin, and hyperlipidemia have either won first place in national poster competition or are being published in peer-reviewed journals. So you can understand why we are so proud of them. On this momentous occasion, we are so fortunate to have Dr. Ajoy Kumar here as our keynote speaker. He is an impressive physician. He is a graduate of Ross University School of Medicine and completed his residency in family medicine at Bayfront Family Medicine Residency in St. Petersburg, Florida. He completed a faculty development fellowship at UNC Chapel Hill and a sports medicine fellowship at Bayfront. I could go on and on about this amazing doc, including, did you know that he is the former board chair and former president of the Florida Academy of Family Physicians? Please welcome Dr. Ajoy Kumar as we will be listening to his pre-recorded speech for the graduates.
I'm past president of the Florida Academy of Family Physicians. I'm also the past president of the Southern Medical Association. I'm currently in practice at the dedicated Senior Medical Center at Chen Med Company in Largo, Florida as a primary care physician. It is an honor and privilege to be with you today as your keynote speaker. In 2010, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act created the Teaching Health Center Graduate Medical Education Program. The program was set to train 550 residents at 60 medically underserved locations in 27 states and the District of Columbia. That program was set to sunset in 2015. In 2014, I can clearly remember walking the halls of the United States Congress as a member of the Florida Academy's Family Physicians Delegation to the American Academy of Family Medicine's Family Medicine Congressional Conference, meeting with Florida's congressional delegation to support continued funding of the program. I believe that such non-hospital hosted programs were the next educational evolution of family medicine as a specialty. Little was I aware that in 2014, that almost simultaneously such a program was being created in Florida with the mission to deliver safe, accessible, compassionate, and culturally competent quality healthcare services to the people of South Florida while training the next generation of healthcare professionals. Each of you are products of decades of healing fractured and marginalized communities. Thus, when I received a phone call to provide a keynote speech for the 2020 graduation class of that program, your program, I was incredibly honored and humbled. You see, much of the spirit and actions of the program resonates with me. You serve a highly diverse and underserved population as a primary care physician. Having worked in clinical and administrative settings, I can tell you that as a primary care physician, you are what your future community and what your current nation needs at this moment. You and your ability to heal are what we need now and into the future. What you have each achieved these past 3 years is remarkable. I'm sure that it was not easy, and at times you may have even questioned whether you'd be able to succeed. However, your sheer determination to achieve your goal of becoming a board-certified family medicine physician is at hand. A major milestone in your life's journey will come to an end today. As final as that sounds, remember, it is a waypoint in your journey, and your story is not over yet. There is much more ahead for each of you. However, before you take that first step, pause before for a minute. Make sure you take a moment to soak in the enormity of this moment. Think of all those who have helped you and those you have helped. Know that your presence and actions mattered, and that your presence and actions will continue to matter in your communities of service. Those communities will certainly need you. They need your presence, they need your knowledge, your skills, your understanding, your courage, your empathy, your love, your leadership, and most importantly, they'll need your ability to heal. As you're aware, we're in the midst of massive tectonic plate-like movements in our society. From the human and financial toll of COVID-19 to the ongoing societal strife related to social justice, there is a lot of division and lots of pain. As an attending physician, you're entering an environment with plenty of challenges and an enormous amount of opportunity. You have everything you need as of this moment to overcome each and every one of those challenges and to thrive in the opportunities that will open up to you. Use all those past experiences as a deep well of strength and perseverance for those days that will seem overwhelming. Don't forget those experiences, as they too can also slingshot your professional growth, as your unique experience may be exactly what is needed at that moment to move your clinic, your hospital, and your community to a higher plane of existence. While you continue to grow professionally, don't neglect your personal growth. Many will ask much of you. Make sure you have something at the end of the day for your family, for your friends, and for yourself. While there may be high expectations from everyone, know that you are very much human. Remember to eat, sleep, play, read, love, and be loved. Becoming an attending physician will be an experience only a few of the 331 million population of the United States will have. That shared experience between you today and your teachers and your mentors decades ago are important. Be wise to get their input and have them share their institutional memory as you create a new future. But remember, that future doesn't end with you. As an attending physician, you have a duty to share your knowledge and growing experience with those who are junior to you. Life is interesting as one day you may be their instructor and the next day their patient. Lift up others as many have done for you. Mentor and guide them such that they are ahead when they reach your stage. Teach them not only how to be a physician, but how to be a healer and what it means to be a healer. Remember, you are a graduate of the first teaching health center in the state of Florida, and that means much to everyone in this health center who brought you up where you are today from 3 years ago. Take pride in all that you have accomplished on your journey, but stay humble. As such, I am honored and humbled to be part of your commencement and wish each of you the very best in the near future as a board-certified family physician. Congratulations, Brodes Hartley Jr. Teaching Health Center Family Medicine Residency Graduation Class of 2020.
And thank you once again for that inspiring message from our keynote speaker, Dr. Ajoy Kumar. I will now like to take this opportunity to invite once again Dr. Felipe and Dr. Garcia as we present the Chief Resident Awards. We're going to start with Dr. Felipe.
Again, good morning, graduates 2020, Psychiatry and Family Medicine. And also, congratulations to your families who are watching from far, and I'm sure are very proud of you today because you put a lot of work from 3 to 4 years ago to be here today. It's been a fun and short journey, despite the headaches you gave us. And we hope that your time at CHI was not in vain and that you were able to build the foundation that will be instrumental to your career as an independent practitioner. We've gone through significant changes together, from accreditation to inspection. I can name a few. But the more recent one being the COVID-19 pandemic. This virus has reset everyone's lives and has created a paradigm shift in the overall healthcare system. Several years from now, maybe 10, 20 years from now, you will remember how you were asked to screen patients with COVID-19 and you deciding whether they were fit to be tested. You will remember how you had to wear the mask today to go everywhere and to interact with people, and when social distancing became the norm. I'm sure you will remember Dr. Mofa looking at you saying, 6 feet, please, okay? And then because of COVID-19, we have this special first time graduation online with no more than 20 people in the room. So, June 19, 2020, no more than 20 people in the room, 6 feet apart with a mask on. I'm sure you will have stories to tell everyone, even your kids. And I'm confident the CHI mission and our story will also be part of you and part of them. So on behalf of the GME office, we want to thank you for all that you have contributed to our residency program and to be part of the CHI legacy of service, advocacy, and commitment to the underserved. As faculty and mentors, we have seen the growth in each single one of you. And now it's time to soar as high as our THC eagle and start playing your part in society. Before I end and present the Chief Residence Award to the graduating class, I will close with one of my favorite quotes from Denzel Washington in his book, A Hand to Guide Me. At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you have accomplished. It's about what you have done with these accomplishments. It's about who you will lift up, who you have made better. It's about what you have given back. Thank you, and we were very privileged to have you in our program. And thank you for have chosen CHI as your training center. So without further ado, I would like to call first Dr. Kelly Moudon, who have served as the Chief Resident for the Family Medicine Residency Program. We thank her for her leadership. Dr. Kevin Amiri, Chief Resident for the Psychiatry Residency Program, who has promised to have his speech in Creole. So be ready for that. So thank you very much, Kevin. You will be missed.
Good morning. 4 years ago, we, the graduating residents of the psychiatry program, and 3 years ago, the residents of the family medicine program, came to CHI not knowing what was ahead of us. We arrived with an open mind and embraced the process of residency, not focusing on the destination, but the journey. We learned through our residency experience that medicine goes beyond the textbooks and hours of lectures we went through during our medical school years. Residency was not easy, especially allotting time to study as well as integrating the knowledge into our patient care, but we persevered through. Today, we graduate with joy and gratitude for being provided with the privilege of being able to be physicians. We know that we have large obstacles ahead of us with the uncertainties such as the pandemic, EMR systems, as well as the changing dynamics of our healthcare system. But I can say that we've been well prepared for the future with the training provided from CHI. I know that Doris Eisen may have never envisioned having a residency program when she opened health clinics through trailers on Southwest 216th Street. But I know she'll be very proud that not only are physicians able to train through the facilities of her vision, but also carry on her legacy. For many of us, we will continue working in communities similar as the one we have trained in, with social and economic disparities. We will carry on her vision of being advocates for change, changes that go beyond healthcare, but also for the betterment of society. The motto at CHI is, patient care comes first. And I believe that we as residents shall continue to carry on that principle in our profession. I want to personally thank all of the administration, all of the program coordinators, and all of the attendings we've worked with towards helping our class of young physicians to develop and grow into our careers. We will forever hold gratitude towards Community Health of South Florida and continue to hold ourselves to the highest standard of medical professionalism provided by the vision of Doris Eisen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mary. I was crying in the corner. That was a beautiful, beautiful speech. At this time, we'd like to invite Colonel Hartley to say a few words about the Eagle Medal. Colonel Hartley will be awarding the graduates medals now.
The eagle. The eagle is admired by people all over the world. The eagle is at the top of the food chain. Eagles have great vision. They can see 4 times the level of people. An eagle can see a rabbit 3 miles away. Eagles are versatile. They can walk, they can swim, and we know they fly. They soar to the highest levels, almost touching the stars. Eagles have great strength. They can attack prey greater than their own size. Eagles are birds of great speed. They can fly at the speed of more than 30 miles per hour. But when they see prey, they can dive at more than 100 miles an hour. And in closing, I would like to say that eagles live a long time and they are monogamous. Thank you. So now we ask the graduates to place your medals on.
Thank you once again, Colonel Hartley. At this time, we would like Dr. Philippe to come up and present Family Medicine and OBGYN, their graduating certificates, and Crystal Eagle to the Family Medicine and OBGYN residents.
So we will start with family medicine. So we are calling down Dr. Kelly Moudon.
At this time, we would like to call Dr. Jacob Lyon. Dr. Lyon is our family medicine resident going off to bigger and better things. Congratulations, Dr. Lyon. Our next graduate is Dr. Carmen Jaramillo. And she's also with the Family Medicine Residency Program. Congratulations, Dr. Jaramillo. And our final family medicine graduate is Dr. Elizabeth Ramirez. Congratulations again, Dr. Ramirez. And now we're going to also award Dr. Taryn Clausen-Sobey, but we are going to accept it on her behalf. She wasn't able to be here with us today. At this time, I'd like to call up Dr. Manuel Garcia, Psychiatry Program Director, to present to the graduates. So we have 3 psychiatry residents graduating this year. We have Dr. Kevin Amiri. Congratulations, Dr. Amiri. Next, we have Dr. Giulio Scardini. Congratulations, Dr. Scardini. And last but not least, we have Dr. Taslim Zaman. Woo! Congrats, Taz. Thank you once again to all the graduates. These have been our very fantastic residents this year. We're very sad to see them go. We're happy they're going to the places of their choice. I am going to invite Dr. Amofa and Colonel Hartley once again to present the very special faculty awards.
Thank you very much, Margie, and congratulations again. This is awesome. The time we've all been waiting for. This is a great and historical moment for CHI and for yourselves and your families. And again, we're very, very proud of you. At this time, we'd like to take a moment to say thank you to our faculty. There are a lot of them who could not be here today. They have helped our program to grow from scratch to where it is right now, where we're graduating these bright young physicians. First of all, we would like to provide and give to Dr. Joy Kumar a special award for being the keynote speaker. We know you're not able to be with us today, but we'll certainly make sure you get your plaque and your medal. Thank you so much. And can we please give him a round of applause? This is Dr. Kumar. The next on our award list is the CEO Award. So this CEO award is given to a resident who exemplifies exceptional leadership, a strong commitment to the FQHC movement, working with the underserved, a patient advocate, and someone who has vision and commitment to providing overall quality care in the institution. We have 2 CEO awards, one to a resident in family medicine and another one in psych. So the first CEO award goes to Dr. Giulio Scardini, and can you please come up? Congratulations. Very well deserved. And the other CEO award to a family practice resident is Dr. Romina Lee. Can we give a round of applause? She could not be with us here today because of all of this, but I'm sure Dr. Lee is watching online, and congratulations, Dr. Lee. Now, the GIO award. This is for special academic achievement. The GIO stands for Designated Institutional Official. And this award is given to residents who are strong academicians with good fund of clinical knowledge, a great ability to incorporate knowledge into practice, a strong desire to share the knowledge, and residents who are good teachers. The first one goes to Dr. Janelle White from Family Practice, Family Medicine. Congratulations, Dr. White. We understand you couldn't be here, but we're very proud of this achievement. And the next one goes to Dr. Kevin Amiri, our chief resident, and someone we're very truly proud of. This next award goes to someone that I take my hat off to. This young lady has just been exceptional to CHI in many different ways, including to our program. This award is the Teaching Faculty of the Year Award. And this year, we named this special award on direction by President and CEO to Dr. Priscilla Knighton, one of CHI's champion premier CMOs, who was also a community leader in education and teaching and has been a part of several educational institutions. Our CEO thought that she contributed significantly to CHI's success as an educational institution, and that we named this award after her. So this year, the President Knighton Teaching Faculty of the Year Award, and this is for family medicine, goes to our very own Dr. Elizabeth Philippe. I am also privileged to provide and to announce this second Faculty of the Year Award, and this is to our psychiatry teaching faculty. This lady is fairly new to our program and has very quickly risen to exceptional levels as a teacher of our residents. So this year, the Psychiatry Teaching Faculty of the Year Award goes to Dr. Beatrice Dongia. to become a faculty of the year, it takes a lot. And these are selected by our residents. You have to be unrelenting in your commitment to the trainees above and beyond the call of duty. You have to inspire, promote, and sustain intellectual development in the residents. You have to be a model of continuing medical education. And you have to be innovative, intellectually rigorous, creative, and engaging. And so to Dr. Philippe and Dr. Dangier, congratulations. We're truly proud of your work. And the residents are the ones who are saying so at this time. The next award goes to someone that I have significant respect for as well. This young lady has become exceptional in leading our residents to learn about risk management and patient safety during proactive risk assessments and risk reduction projects. She has taken CHI's residency program in patient safety and research to a whole different level. And her commitment and passion for this is reflected in the comments we hear from the residents. And so this year, the Patient Safety and Research Award goes to our very own Dr. Abiona Redwood. Every year, we make an effort to acknowledge community faculty who have been exceptional. And this year, we are proud to award a medal and a plaque to one of such faculty who has been very helpful to us in our residents' external rotations. And this is Dr. Angelou Goose. Dr. Angelou could not be here with us today. And so we'll make sure we send you your plaque and your medal. Thank you. We also take the opportunity during graduation to welcome new faculty. And this year, we are proud to have a new faculty to our family doing exceptionally well with great reviews from our residents and from our program leadership. And so we'd like to say a welcome with a medal. And please come forward to Dr. Cristina Colon del Toro. We have a few more special awards. This is a very special one that we call the Doris Eisen Award. This award goes to a resident who is a very strong FQHC or federally qualified health center advocate, one who believes in active community engagement and involved in several health fairs and outreach activities, a resident who has demonstrated strong interest for the teaching health center mission, as well as the mission of CHI, someone who's an excellent team player and who has trained tirelessly and a stalwart of strength and resource to their colleagues and the team. And I'm very proud to present the Doris Eisen Award for this year to Dr. Kalimudan. And the final awards to the Residents of the Year. A resident of the year has to be a resident advocate, must be willing to speak up on behalf of all the residents on any issues they have. They must be a patient advocate. They have to be trustworthy, and they have to demonstrate significant support of their team members. The Resident of the Year award is selected by residents as well as program faculty. And this year, the Resident of the Year, and it's a Crystal Eagle Award for family medicine, goes to Dr. Romina Lee. Congratulations, Dr. Lee. We understand you couldn't be here. We'll make sure you get your Crystal Eagle. We're very proud of you and your accomplishments. And the other Resident of the Year, for one of our psychiatry residents, Dr. Raul Valadares. Congratulations. Raul, we are very proud of you and your accomplishments, and you're really deserving of this award. So this brings us to closure on the special awards. We want to thank everyone and our graduates. Congratulations again. And at this point, it is my pleasure to invite, all right, he's next, right? Okay, our very own Dr. Maurice Riveron to provide you with some words of wisdom as we bring this to a close. Thank you.
So I promised Kevin I was going to keep this short. So I'm going to uphold my promise. So I'd like to start by saying that I have the utmost gratitude for getting the opportunity to have met my graduating PGY4s. Seeing all of you grow over the past couple of years into independent practicing psychiatrists has been a wonderful experience for me. Thank you. Now on to the quote. This quote comes from the father of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, who stated, "One day in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful." I strongly feel that this quote applies directly to us physicians. Each of you have your own story, your own struggles, your own path. This journey has not been brief nor easy. So I encourage you guys to look back and reminisce on these grueling yet beautiful years every once in a while, because they got you to this special moment today. Congratulations, everyone, and good luck in the next chapter of your lives. I'm not done yet. So I have some quotes from some faculty members as well that I'd like to share with you. Dr. Amofa says, "Aim to be better at all you do than others around you, and fight the urge to spend the big bucks." Dr. Philippe says, "Always go back to the purpose. Do common things uncommonly well. Always make time for family." Dr. Garcia says, "Keep up the good work. Remember, it's a privilege to help people. Always be humble and empathetic." Dr. Zambrana says, "Enjoy the view from the top and keep going." Dr. Diongia says, "Be a safe doctor and be good to your patients." And lastly, Dr. Colón del Toro says, "You are educated. Your certification is in your degree. You may think of it as a ticket to the good life. Let me ask you to think of an alternative. Think of it as your ticket to change the world." Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Riveron. We're very, very proud of our Assistant Program Director for Psychiatry. Dr. Riveron has been one of those phenomenal additions to our family, a great, great teacher, and someone I always say helps to brighten my day in my work. Thank you, Dr. Riveron. So we're almost at the end of this program, and before I call up our CEO to close us off, I need to say thank you to all of you. Thank you to the program organizers for helping us pull this off, attempting to figure out how we can have a program that is solemn enough, yet one that fits the issues that we would have with the handoffs during this COVID process. We thank all of our audiovisual people for helping stream this and all the stuff you do to make that happen. I say thank you to our faculty and our program leadership, to administration for really the support in making this program so successful. I'd like to leave the residents with a couple of comments. So you know, we are truly very, very proud of you. I am very, very proud of you. We thank you for giving us the privilege of being a part of your training. This has been a long journey with you, and you could have gone anywhere, and you chose to spend the time with us, and we thank you for that. Go out there, find your calling, make a difference, and shape the future. And please never forget our motto, that patient care comes first. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And now, our President and CEO will close us off with his comments. Thank you, everyone.
It has been a joyful occasion. I trust that you have found it informative, insightful, and inspirational. Thank you, faculty. Thank you, staff. Thank you, families. And thank you, friends. Please join me in a round of applause for our graduates. We now have graduates residing on the West Coast, the Northeast, and the South. Friendships have developed with very fond memories. To maintain engagement, sustain friendships, and advocate, the time has come to organize the Brodes H. Hartley Jr. Teaching Health Center Alumni Association. And this will happen post haste. All good things must come to an end. This closes our program, but let the celebration begin. Thank you so much.